everyone, and welcome to another high elo game of Age of Empires. Today we have many cheerful facts about the square of the hypotenuse as Hearttt, playing as the Dravidians in red, gets ready to take on Hera, playing as the Ethiopians in blue. Now all the players heard their hurtables explore their immediate surroundings and try to go up to Feudal Age as fast as possible. Let's take a look at the Civ matchup we'll be watching today. Now the Dravidians, very much an infantry civilization. To start with, all of their barracks technologies are half price, and all of their infantry units can be upgraded so that they ignore enemy armor, essentially turning each and every Dravidian infantry unit into a Lithuanian Lechai. Now, this is fantastic news, or I should say a Lithuanian Leitis, if we're using the singular form. This is all good news for their unique unit, the Urumi Swordsman, a medium infantry unit that gets a massive attack boost every 20 or 24 seconds. Think Burgundian Custelier and Roman charge attack, except this one comes with trample damage. Now, to support their infantry on the battlefield, all Dravidian siege units do cost a third less wood. Their cavalry also benefit from the upgrade I just mentioned, where their attack ignores armor. Although, caveat emptor with Dravidian infantry, they are notoriously terrible. Probably. I say this every time. I still don't know. Are they the worst in the game? Technically, even with Woot's steel? Let me know in the comments below what you think. Their skirmishers, their elephant archers do attack 25% faster, and all of their elephant units can be upgraded to regenerate health, similar to a Viking berserker. Now, to help support its military, Dravidian fishermen do carry extra seafood, and the reason I mention that is because there actually is a little bit of seafood on this map. Some box turtles. We'll see how long they last if Hearttt decides to what do you do with the box turtles? Fish them? Hunt them? Gather them, collect them? I don't know. In any event, every time you go up in age, the Dravidians get 200 wood for free, so we'll keep an eye out on the top left of our screen, which does help in the earlier stages of the game when villager allocation resource management is a lot more crucial when you've got only, 20 villagers versus 120 villagers. Wow, the deer, not so stubborn this game. So Hearttt, getting another deer. Let's take a look at Hera's base, the Ethiopians, a civilization designed to kill its enemy as fast as humanly possible. Their foot archers are the fastest firing foot archers in the game. Their onagers, their scorpions, rams, and bombard cannons can all be upgraded to have an even bigger blast radius. Oh, look at that. The deer, less stubborn today. Interesting. And the unique unit of the Ethiopians is the Shotel warrior, a fast, incredibly strong, but overall somewhat fragile infantry unit that can train in only 4 seconds once you upgrade it to its elite form. That it helps strengthen their army on the battlefield. Both Shotel warriors and Ethiopian camel units can be upgraded to get less damage, or rather take less damage from all mounted units in the game. Whether those mounted units are melee or range doesn't matter. All mounted units deal 3 less damage. Now, to support their military endeavors, the Ethiopians, like the Dravidians, also get resources for free when they go up in age. This time it's 100 food and gold. They get the pikeman upgrade for free, which does save them about 300 resources, and their economy, their settlement, and even their armies are so much harder to raid because their outposts come with a massive +3 boost to their line of sight and don't cost any stone. That being said, I expect I expect to see a good amount of outposts out of Hera. Why the hell not? Like I said, 3 extra range, no stone cost. So a very cheap, very valuable structure. In the meantime, it is our Ethiopian heading up to Feudal Age first. I suspect once Loon completes here on the left side, yeah, we're going to see that Roman numeral 2. Let's take a look at the bases before we take a look at the top right and left of our screen, where we can see 100 extra food and gold, and then 200 extra wood. I don't mind Hera's base at all. A few forests in the northern kind of shell position, the side a little bit exposed, but not terrible. Primary gold off to the side, primary stone actually, on a hill, gross. So not exactly the perfect location for this. Okay, so Hera decides to make use of the stone as part of his wall off here. Not a bad idea in the initial stages of the game. No way to destroy these resource piles. Berries secure in the back. Additional 2 piles of stone. Interesting. Very interesting here. 2 piles of stone. Okay. And additional gold to the left and the right. I mean, I said left and I showed right. I said right, I showed left. Yeah, you guys know. I know my direction. So, okay, 10 seconds. Let's take a look at the top right of our screen here. 125 will become 225. 100 will become 200 gold. Boom. Beautiful to see. Now let's pivot to our Dravidian base. His forest's in a cup shape as well, but to the back. Look at how exposed. Oh, wait. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wood. 151. 351. How exposed is this base? Yuckity yuck. And there's a big fat hill in the front. Ew. I don't like this base at all. Primary gold in the back. Primary stone off to the side. Additional gold also very far right, very far left of the base. And additional stone in the forward position. I feel like this Dravidian base is just a lot more exposed. Hera. I mean, this is a very easier... I shouldn't say very easier. That doesn't make any sense. This is a much easier base to wall off as opposed to our Dravidian. Now, Ethiopians not exactly known for massive cavalry charges. So we'll see if this openness actually plays any factor, plays any role in our Ethiopian strategy. For now, Hearttt is housed for a brief second at 25, both of them sitting on 21 villagers. What are they building? We've got an archery range with skirmishers already up for our Dravidian, an archery range with archers already up for our Ethiopian. No kills yet. The players discovering each other should be able to get a whack off before the spearman joins the fight here. Now you do not want to engage. Where are the archers? Why doesn't he want to show these archers, I wonder? Can definitely use them here to help against the spearmen. For now, a spearman and a scout versus a spearman and a scout is what we are going to see as Hera walls off the entirety of the southern portion of his base, and now he reveals the archers. Ooh, okay. Hearttt absconds, still no kills. Let's take a look at all the HP here. Okay, not terrible. Skirmishers will get a volley off, so he's brought a little bit of reinforcements as our Dravidian, and I see more and more red dots making their way, kicking up dust here on the green bowl of Arabia. Looks like we're about to get our first kill of the game. Yes, we are. It goes to our Dravidian, who with a skirmisher gets a spearman. Nothing out of the ordinary quite yet for Feudal Age, although Hera pulling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 villagers to complete the wall off. He does not want Heartt's army anywhere near the insides of his base. I wonder why. What is he planning? For now, continuing to train archers, continuing to plop down a huge amount of farms here. 6 already, but our Dravidian already, I think, what is this, 8? Yeah, 8 farms for him. Villager count remains stable for both players. Okay, so no real indication of what the players want to do. They're both going ranged units. They both have a... actually, no, they don't both have. Our Dravidian still needs a secondary structure to be able to go up to Castle Age. Hera's got the structures. What he doesn't have is the resources. And more red units are just roaming the perimeter of his base. But this is the moment Hera decides, you know what? I've got 5 archers, full health. I'm just going to send them across the map. You've got all your skirmishers here. Can he see? No, he can't. This is where those Ethiopian outposts would come in absolutely in handy. Forget all the upgrades to extend their range. Even without any upgrades, 3 extra range on an outpost costing no stone, which means you do not sacrifice any extra town centers, for example. Oh, this is not good. This is not good for Hera. Why are you engaging here? You're just trying to shoo away your opponent's units, but there's 5 skirmishers on the high ground against your 2 archers. Oh, he's trying to micro. Fancy footwork out of our Ethiopian, but not fancy enough. Another kill. It looks like there was another archer kill. Or actually, was that the scout? Yeah, it looks like that was the scout maybe. But now the 5 archers are in here. They're inside the kill zone of the town center. One of them dips his toe a little bit too far into the lake. And what are they attacking? A farm at the moment. So both players trying to bust into each other's base. Hera has managed to bust into Heartt's base, but Hearttt, with a very quick wall off here, has basically made sure that Hera's not getting any damage done unless he decides to risk the lives of these archers. Whereas Hera hasn't even permitted Hearttt to enter his base just yet, but it looks like this palisade 20, 10, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0 HP. Ooh, but Hera's here. 123, 82 HP on these houses. Loses another archer. My goodness, the kill count here is starting to grow and grow for our Dravidian. But 230 HP, 154 HP should be able to keep these units at bay for now, and all of Hera's army dies. It looks like he got one villager kill, and then they all died. Another kill here for him, it looks like. 9 kills to 2. That being said, Hera has killed one villager to the 0 of his opponent, and he's bringing in a villager. Skirmishers are not exactly going to kill villagers. Even when there's 5 or 6 of them, they're at best going to take away a little bit of HP. Look at that. So Hera knows if he just right clicks, brings a few villagers, he can keep the HP going up a trickle, a little bit here, a little bit there. And now he's keeping the skirmishers busy with archers. Wow, Hera really doesn't want his opponent to bust into his base. He is going up to Castle Age. We've got a stable up for him. So once he hits Castle, this army is going to be in a lot of trouble. That being said, Hera needs a bit of gold. Of course, I say the Ethiopians, we're not going to see any cavalry out of them to pressure this big open space here. And of course, Hera plops down 2 stables because, you know, that's just the way casting with Cast of Empires works. We make guesses, and 99% of the time those guesses are wrong. Okay. Shoos away a few farmers. Hera does what Hearttt did a few minutes ago with a very quick emergency wall off here, but he's been pushed off the wood. This is no longer jackable, so he's got to go to the only wood pile left here, unless he's explored the rear. Yeah, so he's seen there's additional wood to the south. It is a very far trip down there, though. I'm not sure he wants to idle all these villagers, but Hearttt not really making an issue of it right now. Ooh, Hera, why did you delete this house? There's now an alley here where Hearttt can go in. There's an alley in here. Okay, Hearttt managing to get 60 woods worth of damage by destroying a farm. And now... now our Ethiopians in Castle Age, and immediately 2 knights are going to pop out of here. But with 3 spearmen, okay, 2 and a bit spearmen. I don't know that knights are definitely going to help out here. Cool move out of Hera, by the way. He ungarrisons these archers, probably in an attempt to keep these skirmishers around. He probably wanted to give them a target. He thought he could move left, right, dodge, bob, and weave. And then by the time the knights came out, these skirmishers would be in trouble. But Hearttt, sensing a trap, perhaps, did he see the second? Oh, he hasn't seen a single stable. Okay, so Hearttt, with the spidey senses, realizes, hey, something's a little fishy here. And he backs away, joins up with a few more spearmen. Now there's 2 extra ones. And the knights, before they can even engage, already one of them is at half HP. And these archers are going to absolutely be completely useless. Man, I realize I'm exaggerating a lot. Absolutely, completely useless. That's a lot of hyperbole. But this is a big army out of our Ethiopian right now. A bunch of knights. They do have armor upgrades. These are elite skirmishers now, which means these archers are going bye-bye. Perhaps even this villager. The knights also will take a good amount of damage, especially when there's 17. Our Dravidian is probably wishing he was the Ethiopian, where the second he hits Castle Age, these spearmen automatically become pikemen. And I said it yesterday, I'm very much interested if there's ever going to be a civilization where the archers upgrade automatically, just like the Bulgarian militia line or the Turkish light cavalry line, or in a very specific instance, the Ethiopian spearmen to pikemen. I don't know why I zoomed in on the Dravidian pikemen just to emphasize the pikemen. But in any event, here comes the siege from blue. The siege from red is getting trained. These knights are taking a lot of damage. I mean, again, they haven't even engaged yet, and they're already down 25% of their HP. Uncharacteristic here by Hera to allow such damage to be done to his units. Is he building a monastery anywhere? Let's zoom out. I don't want to miss it when these mangonel engage into one another. Oh, mutually assured destruction between the 2 mangonels. Hearttt definitely's got a monk who is doing a fantastic job healing his units, but again, Hera, look at that HP. Ooh, that looked like it clipped a bunch of those skirmishers. A second mangonel making its way over here. These skirmishers are on the high ground, though, which means they can take a mangonel shot quite powerfully to the face. Oh, no, and now he loses one. Hera not getting anything done with these knights. Mangonel on the high ground survives if you ever needed a, how do I put this? An illustration in real time of the hill advantage. It was that each mangonel trading a shot, but the one on the high ground takes less damage, deals more damage, and these skirmishers on the high ground, their HP is terrible. Okay, we finally got a monastery. We're finally seeing a monk being trained by our Ethiopian, but 6 knights have become 5. He's not training anymore. Now he's going crossbows. Okay. So 1.7 attack speed on those. Second town center? Question mark, he asks as it disappears and then reappears. And as we saw, second town center already up for our Dravidian, who, by the way, takes a 7 villager lead and a 9 army lead. Uh-oh, Hera, back away. You do not want to take this. Okay. Backs away right at the perfect moment. Skirmisher's heart is not paying attention. His units have a mind of their own. I like this from Hera, by the way, tickling away at the HP, but there's already a villager here. Heartt doesn't mind idling 1 villager when he's ahead. 11 villagers. Mangonel falls. My foot hits the desk, which makes a sound right as that mangonel falls. And now 2 Dravidian mangonels are out. Finally, we're seeing an outpost, a very cocky outpost of our Ethiopian, who wants to keep very much tabs on his opponent. I don't know what the hell happened to that mango there. It was kind of running around. Okay, the knights say enough is enough. He's got 7 of them out on the field now. Pikeman. No, I think he deleted that that knight. I see the pikeman has 0 kills. I think he just deleted that knight. It looked like it was about to get converted, so not surprising that it gets deleted. And the players back away. The battlefield is set before us. We've got 2 opposing hills. Both players likely will try to position around these hills, if I had to guess. And then, of course, as I say that, these skirmishers take an absolute atrocious shot. 3 of them die. The rest are basically dead. Oh, my goodness. 1 volley from a mangonel, and then 3 more or 2 more right before the mangonel dies. Hera's crossbows are in trouble here. The knights say enough is enough. We don't care about conversions. They rush in. One of them immediately joins the Dravidian army. A second joins the Dravidian army, but they've closed the pikemen. The pikemen are on the high ground. Ay, ay, ay. What an absolute disastrous engage there for Hera. Loses a whole bunch of crossbows, loses a whole bunch of knights, and at the same time, a 3rd town center goes up for both players. Next to the gold for one, next to the stone for the other. Heartt says, you know what? I got these knights for free. Might as well just throw them at you. And Hera takes one back. Hera takes one back. He re-educates his knight to love the Ethiopian Empire yet again. But that knight either died before or definitely died now. And this is an absolute disaster. I like that Hera keeps mangoing down these villagers that are repairing, but Heartt just keeps sending more and more villagers. He's now ahead 21 villagers. Holy shit, when did that happen? And he's housed... He's so ahead, he's housed 109 supply to 72. Wow, army count, he's also ahead 15. What is happening right now? Hera is falling behind, training one mark, oh my god, 1 mangonel, 1 monk, and 1 crossbow. Loses another mangonel. Heartt loses a few pikemen. Not the end of the world for him. Pikemen, just about as cheap and garbagey as you can. Hera discovers a relic, takes it, boink. 0 relics apiece just yet. There's a lot of Dravidian siege. Big surprise when you get 1/3 of the wood discounted that you can build 3 of them without feeling too big of an impact. Ugh. Oh my goodness. Hera is just being pushed back. His center position is now under attack. I mean, I say that, but our Dravidian doesn't seem to be making an effort to push in at all. He's got not enough stone for a castle. Hera, not enough stone for a town center, right as he places his 4th. So he's going to start catching up in villager count. But he's down, I guess, only 18 now. I guess that's better than being down 21. And the relic that was somewhere here just gets taken by another Ethiopian monk. And the center bombardment begins. This is why you want to build structures around the center. Anytime you expand, doesn't matter center, doesn't matter if it's flank, doesn't matter what. Build houses. Why the hell not? Because take a look, our Dravidian is now wasting a whole bunch of time destroying these center structures while Hera rushes up to Imperial. Okay. Why is he rushing up to Imperial? There's no castle being dropped in his face. I mean, there's 663 stone now, so there definitely is going to be a castle dropped somewhere, either defensively, offensively, or perhaps middle of the road. Hera is not being pushed into. There's no real rush to go up to Imperial. He's down about 30% in the score. I don't know how much he was down before he clicked up to Imperial. Let's say 20-25%. Now there's a castle here. And now, by the way, the houses see it just because the mangonels reveal it. The aura around the attacking units reveals that there's a castle. So Hearttt showing his hand a little bit here with this castle, but Hera should be happy because it's not an aggressive castle. Hearttt looks like he's gathering the resources himself to go up to Imperial, seeing that there is literally no blue aggression happening anywhere on the map. And look at this spine of outposts. This reminds me of the Lord of the Rings when they blow that horn, the Matterhorn or whatever the hell it's called. Or am I thinking of the mountain in Switzerland? I forget what it's called, the horn that they blow when Gondor gets invaded, or where the other place gets invaded to call Gondor to help them. But that's what the outposts are. One, blow your horn, and look at the vision for red. I would love to see a bit more on the north side of the map, but down the left side, holy moly, blue sees what he sees very, very close to his base. Luckily has this center position. We've got two mangonels in here, but now there's a Dravidian army bearing down on you. But Hera's an Imperial. What's he gonna do? Are we gonna see Arbalests? Was that the whole plan? Was the plan to go up to Arbalests? He's buying food, so he's getting chemistry. No castle up yet. He's got 1,000 stone. His town center's under attack. These skirmishers, not too sure where the hell they think they're going. Is he just gonna go siege? I mean, siege is not a bad option here, but oh, he loses another mangonel. These two go here, go south. Medical corpse. And if you're not familiar, Dravidian elephants, as I mentioned, can regenerate HP, and medical corpse is the upgrade that gives that ability to them. We are going to get to see elephants, and Hera, this time his spidey senses kicked in because he's getting onager. Now the Ethiopians have a few cool features to deal with elephants. 11 elephants, archer upgrades 2-2, Imperial in 7 seconds. Yeah, we're gonna get to see a bunch of elephants, I hope. But like I was saying, our Ethiopian does have a way, two rather, I think, cool ways. And actually, you know what? Both of them involve their unique upgrades. One, you can increase the splash damage of, where the hell are they? Where are his mangonels? Now onagers, okay? Hugging the market, having a bit of fruit and fish. Now they're onagers. But where the hell are they? They're all the way down here. Oh, this is why they're doing, they're hunting skirmishers. What a fantastic pancaking there out of our Ethiopian. But number one, how do you deal with elephants? First upgrade, torsion engines. Basically, you increase the area of effect, the trample damage, if I could use that term for a bundle of rocks. Right now, it is area of effect range 1.3 tiles. I believe it increases it by half a tile. Or, yeah, about half a tile. I don't remember if it's 0.5 or 0.4. But it's about half a tile. So, if the elephants clump, even if they don't clump like this, you still get a bunch of them. That's your first response. Your second response is Royal Heirs, where all of your Shotels, all of your camel units take less damage. And by the way, while I've been blabbing on, he is gathering his Shotel warriors. Yes. Let's see it. Look at this attack, 16 base attack, but look at that HP. It's absolutely terrible. 45, you need as much help as you can. There are now 17 elephants. Hera's got to figure out what's happening here. He's got to respond immediately. Okay, first volley, great, but there's a monk here. There's regeneration, and he's going up to elite. Yeah, Hera's got to hit back immediately. The last thing you want to do with Dravidian elephants, which, number one, remember, they attack 25% faster. Mangonite speed, 1.4 second delay. You do not want to deal with a death ball of these units. And number two, they regenerate health. Hera's going up to elite Shotel warriors, so their HP improves a little bit, their attack improves significantly, and now they've got 3 pierce armor. But with royal heirs, these guys will take less damage. But by far, what I think the best thing that Hera can do, and I know I said I'm not expecting to see cavalry out of our Ethiopian, he's got to go camels. I get it, they're missing, take a look at the top right of your screen, they're missing bloodlines, they're missing the last armor upgrade. But when you take 3 less damage from a unit that caps out, I believe, at 11 attack, and you already have 2 armor, that's 6 damage for a unit that has over 100 HP. Oh, looks like the Shotels poked in here. 1 or 2 of them died, and then they ran the F away. Oh, he's even mixing in hand cannoneers. Things are going to spiral very much out of control. It looks like a converted monk and a converted crossbow both died to this one crossbow, who looked like he got, I believe, a villager kill from before. And now, why the hell did the tiger not attack that crossbow, by the way? A little bit weird. In come the Shotels. They move fast. They attack hard. But again, 50 HP means that like half of them are going to die right now. Ooh, did I see a bombard ball? Yes, I did. He's going straight for the bombard. Look at him dancing around the freaking elephant. Last minute attempt to wall this in is unsuccessful, but the villagers are repairing. The Shotels all melt. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. And there it is. Woot's steel being researched. Every single infantry unit, every single cavalry unit now ignores armor. Not that he really needs it. Holy moly, 32 elite, fully upgraded elephant archers that, again, fire as fast as a Mangadai. Let that sink in for a second. These guys are Mangadais with 280 HP. That is just absolutely ridiculous. But the onagers move in. Okay, one of them does die. Hearttt has basically created an untouchable army here. These bombard cannons with good attack grounds like that cannot engage at all. The skirmishers are going to have a very hard time with these elephants. Like I said, again, they fire so fast. They regenerate. I was going to say there's monks here, but I don't think there are anymore. And our Dravidian has brought in his trebuchets. I'm surprised. Take a look at this. There's no forward infrastructure here by our Dravidian. And now he's starting to mix in light cav. They have no attack upgrade, still 30 seconds away from forging even. But remember, when they attack you with a 7, they do 7 damage. Armor means Jack Diddley. Where the hell is Royal Heirs? He needs it immediately if he wants to keep producing Shotels. Okay, the Treb should fall. Look how quickly these guys eat the Treb, but none of them survive. What an absolute disastrous engagement there for our Ethiopian, who now backs away. 57 army count to 35, but the numbers don't do it justice. How much HP is in this army of just elephants? 8,000 HP. What the actual hell do you do against 8,000 HP of elephant that won't die? I guess you go elite skirmisher. They are fully upgraded. They attack on a 7. They do have bonuses. Okay, so he's doing a good job at least massing his army. Hera does have 50 army count. 10 of it's Shotel warriors, but they look like they're up here. They look like they're... Why are they up here? Oh no, oh no, oh no! That was absolutely disastrous. 26 kills, 0 friendly fire, usual. But 26 kills for those BBCs. Mamma mia, that was an absolute terrible. 3rd time I've said that today. Hera is just not taking the favorable engages. He's got his own bombard cannons. He's getting the halberdier upgrade. I think he'd better serve just freaking upgrading. I mean, you look at the upgrades on your melee. +2/+1 for cavalry. Get some camels out. Get royal heirs. If not camels, then Shotels at least. Because when you minimize this attack by 3, all of a sudden, I mean, these guys aren't very powerful. They're longbow level attack of an 11. Looks like Hera's counter-attacking here, but the Urumi swordsman whip, whip, whip. By the way, if you haven't seen Urumi Swordsman in real life, after this video, go to YouTube and do yourself a favor, type in Urumi Swordsman and watch how freaking cool it is. Those metallic swords. Wow. Hearttt, unstoppable. 8,000 still HP. The army started with 8,000. It still has 8,000. This is why I love elephants. They're not the strongest units in the game. I'm talking about elephant archers. They're not the strongest archers in the game. They're not the fastest archers in the game. But man, oh man, with the right upgrades, with the right unique technologies, and in this case, regenerating HP is just makes them nigh invincible, nigh untouchable. How the hell do you engage into this? Again, I wish Hera would have gone at least some kind of siege upgrade. Either, I mean, I know it's expensive, but siege onagers, or at the very least throw in some camels, because these guys do have cavalry armor, which means they take that camel damage of +9, +18. And they also have, as you can see, have negative cavalry archer armor, which is for these units, for the skirmishers, because they get an attack bonus against cav archers +2. So +2 plus -3, 5 extra damage to these elephants. But what the hell is 5 damage when your HP is 280? Now, I know some of you in the comments will say, or maybe one of you will say, yeah, but why would he go camels? They don't have bloodlines. They don't have the last armor upgrade. I don't know, 20 HP in the last armor upgrade, fine, but you do get that juicy attack bonus. And with Royal Heirs, Hera needed to pick one of the unique techs and double down, I think. Either Royal Heirs and go Shotel Camel, or he needed torsion engines and start producing a lot more siege onagers. He had the wood, he had the gold, he had the infrastructure. I see, how many? 2 siege workshops. Where's the second? Oh, it's one right next to the other. Okay. Some of these structures always confuse me, but no, he wanted to go infantry, full on infantry here with 7 barracks. That's a lot of wood to spend on barracks, and ultimately all of his units fall because, again, what the hell do you do against 8,000 HP that regenerates? Now, it's not the fastest regeneration in the world. I believe 35 HP per minute. I believe. I'm trying to think. Yeah, 35 maybe HP per minute, 40. It's fairly slow, especially for a unit with 280 HP, but it doesn't really matter how slow it is. The fact is it can regenerate. And like I said, our Dravidian just built the most untouchable army. Anything that closes gets shredded by the elephant archers. Any skirmishers get shredded by these light cav, and any siege gets shredded by these bombard cannons. Absolutely amazing show here out of our Dravidian. And Hera, I think 3 or 4 times this game, just took the absolute worst possible engage he could have. Let's take a look at the stats. PKPM middle of the game, PKPM right towards the end of the game for Hera. Light cav, skirmisher. I don't know that this is necessarily indicative of what we saw in the game. This is a little disappointing. I thought we'd see a lot more showtels. I thought we'd see a lot more elephants, but I guess only 30 elephants really needed. Economically, wow. Interesting. One second. Hera, towards the end of the game, he was down like 21 villagers, 18 villagers at one point. Actually, I was not paying attention to the villager count at all. And economically, he actually takes the lead by a tiny, tiny margin, which, by the way, looks like it's the difference in relic gold. So both economies identical at the end of the day. Hilarious. Wood and stone to our Ethiopian. Food and gold. Oh, big. Okay, so the elephants there, of course. No wonder he was able to pump out so many elephants, but wow, conversions not really playing a role. I can't see villager kills being too crazy either in this game. Yeah, 11 kills, 7 kills, but look at our Dravidian army, 197 kills to 112, and just this perfect death ball, untouchable from ranged units, untouchable by siege, and untouchable by any kind of melee that can close the gap. And Hera just lets Hearttt build this army, and then there's really not much that he can do at this point, honestly. He tried to raid here to the back, but that Urumi swordsman with 3 kills. Again, after this video, go into YouTube, search, and look up Urumi swordsman, and just see how freaking amazing and fun that those swords are. And you'll see exactly why this unit looks the way it does, by the way, flailing that curvable metallic sword. all over the place doing, and by the way, you'll see why they do trample damage. Because those swords are long and they spread out like a meter in each direction. So you can see why they do trample damage, but not really playing a role at all in this game. More of these chunky 72 kill elephants who take the day, and Hera again just not taking great engages, letting Hearttt be able to go up to the absolute craziest army he can. And Hearttt, by the way, doing an amazing job doing it. No forward infrastructure, didn't waste any time. It was all units all the time. Endless streams of horsemen, elephants, monks, infantry, anything and everything. Men pushing little cannons on adorable little carts around. And with that untouchable army, it is Hearttt, our Dravidian, who takes the W, but GG to both players. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips and make sure to subscribe and enable notifications so that you're notified of my latest uploads.